In Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 17, Tsurugi's new Rika form is way more important than it looks at first glance. This is not just a visual upgrade or a temporary boost. It is a version of Rika we have never even seen Yuta use himself. That alone tells us GEGE is planning something big. Even without having any cursed energy, this form already places Tsurugi above grade 1 level. He is not fully a special grade yet, but the gap is no longer massive. And once he discovers and starts using his own cursed energy, he might just become the most broken character of his generation. And what makes Tsurugi interesting is that he feels unfinished on purpose. Right now, Rika is doing most of the work, just like early Yuta. The difference is that Tsurugi has zero cursed energy and is still surviving. The contrast with Yuka makes this even clearer. Yuka has 10 shadows and Maharaga, already pushing her towards special grade. At the same time, Tsurugi gets a Rika form Yuta never showed. That does not feel random. It feels like GEGE is splitting overwhelming potential between both siblings in different ways. Rika is not Tsurugi's in-game power-up. It feels like his starting line. Now, inheritance is where things get wild. Tsurugi is the child of Maki and Yuta. From Yuta, he could inherit Copy. From Maki's side, he mirrors Toji's physical dominance and total lack of cursed energy. Rika even points out how much he resembles Maki, but honestly, he feels even closer to Toji. No cursed energy, no fear, and no backing down. But GEGE never plays it straight. Tsurugi might fight like Toji, but that does not mean his abilities follow the same rules. Copy from Yuta combined with limited Gojo clan mechanics like red and blue would already be absurd. Not hollow purple, just the core mechanics. That alone would be broken. Hollow purple itself is almost certainly off the table. That technique requires the 6 eyes. You are born with it or you are not. And Tsurugi does not need it anyway. Red, blue, and Copy together already are more than enough for him to reach special grade level. Tsurugi will never be Gojo. Gojo shifted the balance of power of the entire world at birth. That kind of existence is not replicable. Characters like Sukuna, Deborah, and Yuji also sit in a space that feels fundamentally unreachable. But reaching Yuta's level, or even surpassing it, is absolutely on the table. And that is still special grade territory by any standard. That is why the fight with Maru matters so much. It forces Tsurugi to operate under pressure with this new Rika hybrid form that has never been used before. How efficiently he adapts, how much control he shows, and how Rika responds in prolonged combat will define the next phase of his growth. This fight is less about who wins and more about what Tsurugi becomes by the end of it. The broader generational theme also cannot be ignored. Yuta's generation struggled under impossible odds with limited tools. They literally had to go against the king of curses himself, someone who conquered death, killed their sensei, who was the strongest sorcerer of their era. In contrast, Tsurugi and Yuka's generation feels designed to breach the special grade ceiling as a baseline. That alone explains why their power scaling looks so aggressive. Even Yuta's son, who appears in the recent chapter, looks a really power-hungry and impatient and reflects that pressure. His attempt to seek help from Yuji rather than his own parents speaks volumes. He knew exactly how strong Yuji Itadori truly is, and knows the difference in power between his and Yuji's generation. And he is kinda not wrong here for being this power-hungry. He knew that if a Sukuna-level threat appeared again and Yuji is not there to save their asses, then it is game over for whole humanity. Yuji's response in the flashback, especially the line where he says he does not care, is not cruelty, it is clarity. Yuji is no longer here to enable shortcuts. He has grown into a role eerily similar to Gojo's, a protector, a teacher, a final wall. There is little doubt that Yuji has reached Gojo's level in terms of presence, if not in identical mechanics, and that makes him the perfect mentor figure for Tsurugi, someone who understands overwhelming power, responsibility, and restraint. As for Yuka, Yuji's involvement feels inevitable. Deborah and Maharaga are not threats meant to be resolved casually. Yuji stepping in to stop that clash aligns perfectly with his role in this new era. While Yuka and Tsurugi grow into their strength, Yuji stands between them and annihilation, guiding without overshadowing. At the end of the day, both siblings are built on contradiction. A sorcerer with no cursed energy wielding powers meant for monsters, and a girl who is being pushed back by her clan, but still finds a way to get strong and tries to save everyone. A fighter built on Toji's body, powered by Yuta's technique, and sharpened with fragments of Gojo's attacks. Rika's new form is just the opening move. What comes next will decide whether Tsurugi simply becomes special grade or completely redefines what that title even means in the Modulo era.